Welcome back to your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Yanks win 9-6. Good showing. A lot of good stuff. It's been kind of crazy since we last talked. Yankees improved to 51-41. Beat a good Mariners team. Cam Schlittler makes his major league debut and is very, very good. I mean, he touched 99. This is a guy that they were very, very high on. Just froze Cal Raleigh in a 100-mile-an-hour fastball in the outside corner. Just obviously very electric stuff, kind of a tall, lanky guy, right-hander. But with Clark Schmidt going out, they need to – I mean, this is how you win championships. You have a good farm system. You have guys come up and perform in big situations. He's rated the Yankees' number 10 prospect in MLB pipeline. And made a strong case to stick around. I mean, phenomenal stuff. Very, very impressive. I mean, this guy has got elite stuff. And he overpowered the minors just because of his sheer raw velocity. He had a 2.82 ERA with 99 strikeouts and 76 and two-thirds innings between AA Somerset and AAA Scranton. So obviously that's really, really good. Jazz had a great game last night. He had 2 bombs, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. He continues to swing the bat well. But it was a very good night, especially with Clark Schmidt going down for the year. You're like, how are they going to – I mean, obviously we're going to talk about the trade deadline and who they can get, but you're going to need some homegrown players to come in and step up. He was very good. 5 1/3 inning for Schlittler, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 7 Ks against a very good Seattle Mariner team. So really good stuff. Something to feel really good about. Devin Williams got the save. His ERA is under 5. I know that seems ridiculous to say, but it was at 13. He continues to slowly get better. And maybe has reclaimed that closer spot with Weaver being inconsistent after coming back from injury. He gets his 13th save of the year. Does Devin Williams, a 4.86 ERA. That has been trending down for some time now. So some really great news. Some not so great news, or depending on who you are, it may be good news. DJ LeMahieu. So I saw this on Twitter. I was kind of want to sort of back up for a little bit. So I was following, I think, Brian Hoke on Twitter, and I'd seen something that DJ got. Jazz is back, and DJ LeMahieu got benched. And according to Brian Hoke, who he covers the Yankees for MLB, I guess he flipped over a table because he was pissed that he wasn't starting, and it was not a great scene. From his reporting. So we really don't know what happened behind the scenes, but we certainly know what happened after this was reported. He was designated for assignment pretty quickly after that. And, I think, Boone said LeMahieu was willing to begin working at third base again, but the position had been too physically demanding for him. There were lengthy discussions between Boone and LeMahieu and Cashman. He said LeMahieu didn't ask for his release and is not happy with the outcome, obviously. I don't know what to believe. It's hard to believe Brian Cashman after all these years, but yeah, I mean, DJ is older. His mobility is limited. He can really only play second base. That is Jazz's natural position. I think they like Jazz's bat, obviously, with 2 bombs last night. They want him to feel comfortable in the field. And also, it makes them confident that they're going to get a third baseman at the trade deadline. So I said this yesterday. I think DJ is a bench piece. I think he's a valuable bench piece. You can plug him in if you need him late in games. He's not an elite defender, but he's serviceable, and he makes contact. He puts the bat on the ball. He doesn't strike out. So I do think he is valuable, but he's not happy, and Cashman said this is the best decision for us to move forward. Just because they want Jazz at second base. With Jazz's bat, he has to be at second base. I mean, I think that is pretty obvious. So this is just one of those unfortunate things and that you have to deal with in management, in baseball, or in work in general, where you have to do what's best for the team. This is definitely the right move. I don't question Cashman or Boone. I think they understand what they have to do here. LeMahieu is a two-time batting champ, but at this point, he just doesn't fit what the Yankees are trying to do, and it doesn't give them the best possible chance to win because Chisholm does that, and Jazz needs to be playing second base. His bat is so good. You need him comfortable in the field. He's not a natural third baseman. So that's that. Some trade opportunities. So with Schmidt going down, you have Schlittler coming up, you have LeMahieu being DFA'd. We've talked about. So Loizaga was terrible last night. Gave up another home run or two. So he continues to struggle. The Yankees are expected to be aggressive at the deadline. They need bullpen help and upgrade at third base, especially now because you're DFAing LeMahieu and you're moving Jazz to second base, which is the right move. You have Mark Leiter Jr. with a stress fracture. Fernando Cruz's oblique. So, again, the Marlins feel like a farm system for pitching for the trade deadline almost. Anthony Bender stands out as a top target. He's got a 2.11 ERA and team control through 2027. They have a couple other relievers, Kelvin Faucher, Tyler Phillips, Blake Bachar, also on the Yankees' radar as well. And then starting pitching. So with Clark Schmidt gone, Schlittler looks really good, but he's young. You don't know, can he handle the postseason? Can he handle a pennant race in the stretch run? Cabrera and Alcantara are going to be on the trading block for Miami, but you're going to give up a lot to get them. You're going to have to give up Spencer Jones, probably your top outfield prospect. And then third base, I think this team has power. I really think they need defense. This team can hit, this team can slug, this team can score runs. It's a long season, and I know you go through up and downs. I'm not worried about this team scoring runs. I'm worried about this team playing defense late in games, and I think that's one of the reasons they DFA'd LeMahieu. And so you have players like IKF, which I don't think is going to happen, Brian Hayes, Ryan McMahon, Eugenio Suarez, which is pretty good, and Nolan Arenado. I want Nolan Arenado. I think for this year, he is the right fit for the Yankees. He provides leadership. He provides experience. He's played in the postseason. Not a ton, but he's played. And he is still an elite defender. Maybe not what he was with in the Rockies, but he's still very, very good. And you need that. You need good defense. You need a very good third baseman, and he can still hit. Not as well as he used to, but he is the upgrade. He is an upgrade, and Suarez would also be good. I don't think Suarez is good defensively. I think what the Yankees need from an infielder is defense. I think they lack that, and Goldschmidt is a good defender. Chisholm is pretty good at second base. Volpe is fine, but I think Arenado would be the right piece. If you could get him. Obviously, I would take Suarez because of the bat as well. But it's unclear if Suarez is going to be available. So, I think, what does releasing LeMahieu do for the strategy? Well, then, this makes third base become a huge priority. Cashman has explicitly stated that acquiring a third baseman now is the central focus to the deadline. So your internal options are not great. Peraza, Vivas, and Escara, the current internal options. But none of them are everyday players. And I think we all know that. Keep talking about Ryan McMahon. I don't think they'll bring IKF back. But, you know, the Yankees are eating nearly $22 million remaining on LeMahieu's contract and signaling they're willing to absorb that cost to improve the roster for a playoff spot. They're this close to the World Series. $22 million to the Yankees is nothing. It's not nothing, but they can deal with it. And so, you know, I think with this, this release right before the trade deadline signals that they're really making a strong move and a priority to upgrade third base. And that's something that they have to do now. And they have to get another starting pitcher. I wouldn't say they have to get another starting pitcher. Schlittler could be good, but they probably should. I think they need another bullpen arm. One more bullpen arm and a third baseman. I think that's exactly what they need. So we'll see if Cashman can get it done. It will be interesting. A lot can happen between now and the 31st. We've talked about that a million times. And then latest trade, injury updates. We talked a little bit about Yarborough, Heel, some of these guys. When are they going to come back? Leiter Jr., head stress fracture, left fibular head stress fracture. Really weird. He sustained the injury in Cincinnati, so still undergoing testing. I don't think he'll be back anytime soon. Heel is really the wild card. You know what you're going to get from him, but you just don't know when he's going to come back. If Schlittler can be serviceable and decent for the dog days of summer, July and August, you don't rush Heel back if you don't have to. Although they're the standings are getting tight. Because the Jays are up 2.5 games. The Rays are only a game and a half back, and Boston is 3.5 is 3 games back. So the only one really out of it is Baltimore. This is a 4-team race, so things are tightening up, and you may have to bring guys back a little bit sooner than you would have liked. I think the Dodgers are experiencing that now. They just got swept by the Brewers because they've been hand-holding all of their 20 pitchers that are on the IL, slowly nursing them back to health so they're ready for their playoff stretch run. Don't look now, Dodgers, but, the Giants are only 5 games back. You had a massive lead. They've been stuck on 56 wins for a while. They might have to do the same thing. You're going to have to bring guys back that you need, and you're not going to give them maybe that extra time for rest that they need. So, all in all, good performance of the Yankees. I like what I saw with Schlittler. He's young. Who knows what you're going to get? But obviously, if he can, hold the line until Heel comes back, or if he proves himself to be an elite pitcher, because he has awesome stuff, that's fantastic. That's been your Yankees latest. Yanks play again tonight, 7:05 Eastern versus Seattle. Should be a good one. And then they got the Cubbies coming into town, which will be awesome because I live in Chicago and I grew up a Cubs fan. So, which will be really exciting. That is a 3-game set, which is going to be sick. That's been your Yankees latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Join me tomorrow for the next one, and take care. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.